Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 13, verse 10. Verses 8 to 12 are merged. So we're going to just do 10 and we'll read the translation with the last part of it, which will help it tie in together. Okay, so let's do our prayer and then we'll sing the verse together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, thank you so much for giving us this verse. Please help us absorb it and understand it in the deepest way possible that we have access to, or that you think is good for us, that pleases you. Please help us use this verse to get closer to you. And thank you so much for giving us access and the motivation to do this. Okay, so let's sing. Asaktirana bhishvanga putratara grihadishu nityam cha samachittatvam mishta nishtopapatishu. Okay, and the verse from here is, so he had talked about all these things in the last two verses, all these traits he wants. All these I declare to be knowledge, everything else is ignorance. So now we're going to the next few things that he considers knowledge, and it starts from here. We did until here in the previous verse. Detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and rest, and even-mindedness amidst pleasant and unpleasant events. So basically, dosha observing. So it starts from asakti here, being without attachment, being without association, for son, dara wife, griha adeshu home, griha is home, nityam constant equilibrium, sama chittavam, the chitta is consciousness, constant consciousness, ishta for constant equilibrium, for ishta the desirable and anishta the undesirable, upatishtu having obtained. Yeah, and that goes into the next verse. So, and then he talks about detachment is not that one should not have feeling for these. They're natural objects of affection, but when they're not favorable, then one should not be attached to them. I really feel so grateful to him to say that. I mean, of course, you are going to feel affection for them. You can't just go around feeling not feeling affection for your children or for your spouse. But they should be favorable to spiritual process, and the best process for making a home pleasant is putting Krishna in the center, for making it Krishna conscious. So if one is in full Krishna consciousness, he can make his home happy, and then he can chant and read books and discuss on books and engage in deity worship together and do all kinds of things. Yeah, so happiness and distress, you tolerate them, you can never, they're going to come, they're just going to come in and out, however, you can't do anything about it. And so we get in, when we're in the spiritual position, these things will not agitate us. We'll be like, okay, it's fine, this thing came in, this thing left, it's totally okay, right? There are 9 processes of devotional service described in the last verse of the 9th chapter. That process should be followed. Okay. Yeah. And then, so let's go to him. He's gone. Non-attachment means dispassion towards the world. Replace the worldly attachment with love and attachment towards God. So Harivamsha Prabhu was here yesterday and he used this phrase. I am getting a little bit overwhelmed with all the information that's coming in. So I think I need to stop getting more information, which is great because there is no new visiting lecturer that's coming in right now to the temple that I know. Harivansh Prabhu is coming back in August, but no one else in the pipeline that I know of. So it's almost feeling like a huge relief, even though the last 2-3 months have felt like this torrential downpouring of just this amazing Amrit nectar that has been downpouring from all kinds of visiting lecturers, and I've been attending them. And because I feel like, okay, so what Harivansh Prabhu said is that bhakti hops from person to person. So and somebody asked, does it hop online also? And he kind of, I didn't think that he gave a clear answer to that. But yes, in person, definitely I feel it, and I can sense, I can feel like, and I want to learn one thing from each lecturer, even if they're there for 6 days or 3 days or 7 days or whatever. I want to learn one thing, not from each lecture because that feels like a lot, but each lecturer, I want to learn one thing. And I do feel like I'm doing that, like I'm writing that. So it's amazing to have that, and yet I'm overwhelmed and oversaturated. So he said this thing yesterday. He was talking about Braj. He was talking about these Prem Chandrika, Prem Bhakti Chandrika, written by Narottam Das Thakur. So we went through the first 5-6 songs or something of that, and over 3 days, and it was just beautiful the way he spoke. And so he was talking about all of these so parthivaras is one word that I've heard for it, but all of these temporary things that are going to end. So all of our focus is always on that instead of always being on Krishna. So this is what he means, non-attachment. I don't know the word though. Absence of clinging to spouse, children, home, and all of that. So he's a little bit harsher in this. He's saying we must do our duty towards them without attachment, as a nurse to the hospital, teacher to students. Prabhupada is a little bit kinder. I really like this one much more. I don't have, it's not meant that one should not have feelings. Yes, they are natural objects for affection, but have feelings if they're favorable to spiritual progress, and if you can do things together, this is exactly what I want. Like I love this so much. You do things together. Okay, and then even-mindedness amidst desired and undesired things in life, because they will happen, and we just remain unperturbed, and we don't get carried away by the euphoria of success. We don't get sad when we're just there. We're just solid. We're rock solid, no matter what's going on around us. So all of this is knowledge. A person who can do all of this is knowledge. All of this I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, everything is ignorance. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So I wanted to share one more thing. So I was listening to Caitanya Charan Prabhu's lecture yesterday that he had, last 3 days, he was in Dwarka, Delhi. I don't know where he is now, but if he's still there, but he was there in Dwarka, Delhi, and he gave a lecture series. And let's see. Yeah, it just says, what do good people do when bad things happen? Why do bad things happen to good people, and what do good people do? So he was talking, as usual, like, I had this question, and I didn't even realize that I had this question, but I had it very strongly, like, that this, how do we reconcile the karma effect to what we are doing? So if if somebody, so he gave 3 examples. So he gave an example of, let's say a person is supposed to get cancer in this lifetime. So he was saying, yes, okay, so that karma is there, that is prarabdh karma, and the person is going to get cancer. But if the person has been living a healthy life, if they've been eating right, if they've been exercising, if they've been doing what they need to be doing, then the effects of the cancer are going to be less devastating. So it does matter. This lifetime's choices do affect even the karma that we are getting from the previous lifetime. right? It was very powerful for me. I really need to listen to it again and again. Like, this one is just so powerful for me. So the karma is that I will get cancer. The karma is not how much suffering I'm going to have because of that cancer. That's not the karma. The karma is simply that I will get cancer. So if I have made good choices in this lifetime, and I have already done that, even before I get cancer, even if I've already done that, then my suffering from that will be reduced. I will be able to overcome it faster. My immunity will be better. I will maybe, that I will be able to overcome it in a much easier, smoother, faster way. And if somebody has, let's say, is supposed to lose a certain amount of money in the stocks, but the person has made financial decisions like to diversify, basic intelligent decisions, then the amount of money that they will lose will be much less. And that's just basic stuff, right? Intelligent stuff. You diversify. You don't put all of your eggs in one basket. So, um, so that is the main concept of karma, and that means that it's extremely, extremely important for us to make good decisions, not just for the future lifetimes, but also for the current lifetime. For reducing the load of the karma of the past lives, it is very important for us to make decisions that will help us in our help reduce, alleviate the effects of the past karma as well. Okay. So I'll post the link on the description because it's just amazing. It's really amazing. Okay. Wish you a day filled with detachment. Let's see. Detachment. Let me go here. Detachment, and this one is also detachment kind of, and then even-mindedness against desired. And wish you a beautiful day filled with lots and lots of spiritual growth and Krishna's grace. Radhe Radhe.